What's going on YouTube? It's Brazen back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to part 2 of the Searching for Stars. This is going to be the next up in the back 9. So this one's number 9 out of 16. Yeah, because there's 8 on each side, so that would be 16. My math is great. So we're going to go ahead and hop into it. This one is just pass for 45 yards. Don't get sacked. Don't throw an incomplete pass. Pretty straightforward, to be completely honest. Not really that hard. Obviously, same thing for me. I'm going to go Trey Y flex. You could obviously run whatever formation, whatever play works best for you. This is just personally what I think works best for me. So Andre doesn't have a speed differential. That corner is going to blitz right here over top. So it is going to be man. But Andre hopefully can at least break out of it. We're going to throw it, and it looks like he's going to bust out of it just enough to go ahead. And actually, we're going to be able to score too. If you don't want to have to waste 5 seconds, you don't have to score. You can just run out of bounds. But personally, I need Mutt Master, so I need all the touchdowns I can get. So right there, we get the 60 yards touchdown. We only needed 40 yards, but we got 60. That'll be 5 stars. Right here, we can see we're going to get that 5-star, and we'll move on to the next one. Alright, so for this one, it is one of the easier, harder challenges. It's going to score 2 passing touchdowns, pass for 60 yards, perform 2 user catches. It's not hard in terms of what you actually have to do, but it is going to take longer because of the 2 touchdowns. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do it. So you're going to go level wide corner. Now, Mike Williams also has this double me thing, right? So what you can do, which right here, we're hoping it's going to be man, and we're going to be able to get open anyways, and we don't need it. So right here, hold square. You have to use your catch, 2 user catches. So that should be a user catch right there. We're going to get the 60 yards and a touchdown. Hopefully it does register as a user catch. So there's 60 yards. We got one of the touchdowns. And it does count as a user catch. That's the most important because obviously if it doesn't count as a user catch, you're kind of out of luck. So if it doesn't count as a user catch on the first one, or you're a little worried about getting it on the second one for whatever reason, what you can do is just focus on getting the 2 user catches first before you score the second touchdown, right? What I'm going to do is sky kick it to the side. We're going to try to hit stick and get the ball back. So if you can't hit stick and get the ball back, we want to let them score as fast as possible. So we're trying to hit stick. We're not able to get it, unfortunately. Not a huge deal. So it doesn't really work as good as last year. It still works a little bit. What you do is you base block right, and basically what you do is you can either let them pass it if they don't audible. If they do audible, you can click right to the left and go punt safe. But it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't work as well with baiting it, right? So we can see right here, I'm really slow as well. So if they do catch it, honestly, just let them score a touchdown. Right there, my guy's pretty slow. Maybe if he was faster, he would have got there. Thornhill's not that good of a safety. Obviously, he's like a 71. But if you let him score, it doesn't actually affect you on completing this challenge. So right here, once again, doesn't matter. You don't even have to play. Let them kick it. I guess I almost blocked it. I guess doesn't really matter. All we want to do is get the ball back and score that touchdown. So they're going to kick it deep. Now, I'm going to return it as far as I can just because there's really no reason not to. You don't want to catch it as far back because either way you need the yardage. So we're just going to run it with Mike Williams, it looks like. Just going to try to get as much yardage as we can, like we said, and then we're going to go right back to the same play. So you got to make sure you get that user catch. Like I said, that's the most important. So we're going to go recent plays. We're just going to go levels Y. But it looks like it's going to be man once again. So you want to make sure that it does register you as a user catch. So when you do this, you want to hold square on it. Right there, we saw that it did show that it was. Right here, it doesn't look like we're going to score anyways, but we're going to hurry up offense. And hopefully right there we see it does say it completed. So that makes it easy. Now we know good, it did work. So right here, we're going to throw it, and we're just going to throw it quick backside away from that safety, and boom, easy touchdown. So like I said, it's a little bit longer for this one because you do need 2 possessions, but if you do it correctly, it'll still go pretty fast and you can get it done quickly. So we see as soon as we get this middle one, we know it's a 5-star, and we can move on to another one. All right, so next up, what we're going to do is don't allow a touchdown this drive, don't allow more than 1 first down, and then don't allow more than 15 yards. So we know what we're going to. We're going to go ahead and get into it once we load in. So the thing is, we don't actually need a sack, right? So it's 2nd and 10, and we check the challenge real quick. It's don't allow touchdown, don't allow first down, don't allow yardage, right? So we really just don't want to allow any first down. So since they come out of gun empty, I'm actually going to come out and cover 2-man out of nickel, right? So the reason I'm doing this is because of the fact, like I said, they're in all the way wide. So we can see we're pressed across the line. We're going to try to get the pass rush off, and we do get like messed up right there, so they're going to get it. So if that does happen, if they do that to you, all you're going to have to do is keep going. Actually, it looks like we're perfectly at that 15, so it actually doesn't look like we went over our limit yet. So we're going to be able to still go ahead and try to win this. We're going to go pinch bug 0, so we can't even give up a yard, right? So we need to get a sack, if anything. So we're going to go ahead and just use Mills right here because we think they're going to run it. And right there, we actually do get minus yards, so that's pretty good, right? So now it's only 11 out of 15 yards is what they've actually gained. Once again, they are in single back, so we're going to send the all-out blitz, press the outsides. And then they actually do pass it, but we're going to be here on this pass. And we're going to go ahead and tackle Mills, or we're going to get a sack with Mills right there on him. So we actually went minus a yard, and once again, we're in a pretty decent position. So for this, what I'm going to do is press Thornhill over here. And then we're going to hopefully get there with DeMarcus Lawrence, which we do actually pick up another sack perfectly. So we actually saved our drive quite perfectly there. So don't, that's one of the reasons you don't want to restart it if you don't lose the challenge yet, because you can easily still win it. Right here, let him punt it. Just going to fair catch it, make it simple for us. And then it will load out and it'll tell us that we did beat it. So right here, it will say 1, 2, 3. We know we're getting extra stars. That's 5, and we can move on to another one. All right, so for the next challenge, what we need to do is don't allow more than 40 passing yards, don't allow more than 30 passing yards, and don't allow more than 10 passing yards. And actually, it says 40 yards, not 40 passing yards. But what we want to do is come out and pinch bug 0. And then what we're going to obviously want to do is, this looks like it could be a run, so I'm actually going to play as Mills and man up. And actually, we know it's a pass now, so I don't like that weird the way they moved my corner. But since we know it's a pass, I'm going to use DeMarcus Lawrence. We tried to speed rush it and get there quick. Couldn't get there in time, but we only gave up 4 yards, so not the worst. Because obviously, what we're trying to do is keep them basically from getting a first down, because we don't want to give up 10 passing yards. So right here, we're on Mills. And we're actually going to be able to get a sack perfectly. We read that perfectly with Mills since the running back blocks. And now it's 3rd and 13. So all we have to do, like we said, is not give up a first down. So I'm actually going to go to nickel. You can also go to dime. It really depends on how good your team is or whatever. I'm also going to spy. I think that's Jack Youngblood over there. And we're going to use her Mills. The reason is we're just focused on trying not to let them get yardage. And right there, all we do is give up 2 passing yards. Jack Youngblood made that tackle. And then they're going to punt it. And then we know we're going to get that 5-star now that we did that. Having Tre'Davious White out there does help when they give you these superstar players, because my corners do suck. So right here, we're going to go ahead and fair catch it. As soon as you fair catch it, it should end it for us. Go to the loading screen, and we know we're going to get 5 stars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we can move on to another one. All right, so for this next one, what we need to do is win the game, score a passing touchdown in 4 plays, don't throw 2 incomplete passes. So you do have to score a passing touchdown and not a rushing touchdown, which can mess you up sometimes. So what I'm going to do is just levels Y corner. It looks like it's man, so we're going to PA crossers. Johnson's going to beat him as long as that safety comes down. No problem. Right there, we're going to dot him up. But what we're going to do is fall down within the 10-yard line right here, because we want the clock to run. We don't want to dance, right? I wish that would come off my screen, kind of. And I'm going to run inside zone, so I don't want to score here. You can technically if you want to. Like I always say, I'm really risky because I don't like to leave them any time. So I'm just going to fall down within that yardage. And then we're going to hurry up offense, right? That way, we don't leave too much time left. It looks like Johnson will be able to get open right here. And if he is, boom, right there, we just wait for it, throw him a dot. So, like I say, I always am like super gutsy with it down to the last second because I don't like to let them have any extra time. Sometimes you do have to end up restarting if you do mess up kind of on that. And I actually just missed the kick. Oh, no, I didn't. So I thought I actually missed the kick. Luckily, I didn't, because that would have really screwed me if I would have had to go into overtime. So right there, we are getting the freeze, which it will unload, but we know I did get 5 stars. So I will move on to another one because we know we got it and we're good to go. All right, so for this one, what we want to do is don't allow any points this drive, don't allow more than 40 yards, and force a turnover. So forcing a turnover is actually, sometimes it could be difficult, sometimes it could be easy. It really depends on what the game decides to do, because sometimes the game gives you really good, it kind of like boosts your chance on when you have to get a turnover. Sometimes it just doesn't, and they don't want to give you any turnovers. So right here, what we want to do is you want to either get a strip sack, or you could also go for a And we're not actually able to, we are able to switch on at the last second. We do get a fumble right there. Can we pick it up? So right there, I did strip sack it with R1. Luckily, we actually ended up getting it. I almost choked it. But we are going to get 5 stars right there, and that's going to end the drive. So it's super simple. We can move on. All right, so for this one, what we want to do is take the lead before halftime. Don't allow any, basically just don't allow 10 yards, right? Because it says 20 passing yards, but we want to get 5-star. So what we're actually going to do is pinch bug 0. So they're in this gun kind of wing formation. So we're going to go ahead and use Hicks because we're hoping they run it and that we're able to stop it, which we are able to. We get a -2 yards, which is perfect because all we want to do is not give them a first down right now. So single back wide trips once again. Since in single back, we're going to go ahead and press. We're going to bring Lot up a little bit more. We're going to use our mills because we just want to focus on not giving up yardage, which we didn't. So it's going to be 3rd down. They're going to be in gun spread. So what I'm actually going to do is a cover 2 sink, and we're going to play the sticks. And then I'm going to use their Verrett on this. And we're just going to hopefully try to not give up a first down. That's really all we need to do. It looks like we're going to be able to make that tackle. And they shouldn't get any 10 yards or anything like that. It's only 8 yards. They're going to punt it. We just need to take the lead. So as soon as we get the ball, all we're going to do is go score. So that's what we're focused on first, is just getting that stop. That's the hard part. Now just don't turn the ball over and go score. So they're going to punt this out at like the 5-10 yard line. That's not bad. There's nothing offensively what we have to do. So literally we just have to go score however we can. We know how we're going to do it. We're going to go levels wide corner first. We're going to be in man. So then we're just going to go right here. And hopefully Andre Johnson beats him, which he does. We're going to throw it up the field. And hopefully Andre can actually not get chased down and go get a 90-yard touchdown for us and end it because we will take the lead. So right there, boom, easy money. You do take the lead. And then we see that it will load us out right here and that we will get the 5-star. So it will load us out as soon as he's done dancing. And it froze once again, but we know we're going to get the 5-star for it. It will unfreeze in a couple of seconds usually, but we'll go ahead and just move on to the next one. All right, so this is the last one. What we want to do is win the game, don't pass, rush 3 times. So pretty simple. We need to rush 3 times and win the game, obviously without passing. We're down 3, so what we want to do is just go right into whatever formation, but don't score on the first play because we do need to rush it 3 times. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. You could also score right here, try to get a stop and get the ball back. Ideally, that's not my number 1 option, so I'm just going to run it right here. We're going to fall down. We have 2 clock on, and you cannot pass the ball like we said. So you're going to want to go to your best run plays, whatever is going to get you a score. Me personally, this is what I think will get me a score. And we have to rush 3 times. So once we rush on this time, we don't get in. We want to rush on this next time and hopefully get in. If not, we still have one more chance. But we're hoping to get in right here. There won't be a lot of time left. We're going to cut it upfield. AP is going to reach for it. Did he get in? He did get in perfectly. So we completed the 3-time rushes. We're going to go up by 4. And then you do have to kick off deep for this one and play the timeout just the way the clock worked a little bit, like I said. I couldn't do what I usually like to do, which is go down to 0. Apparently the time ran for that drive was like 7 million seconds. Awesome. So we're going to kick it off right here. Hopefully they run it back because that also takes a couple seconds off because you really don't want them to take what you only want them to have 1 play. So as long as you do this, they're going to have to run a Hail Mary basically on the first play as long as we don't give up a touchdown. So all you're going to do is just Hail Mary defense, prevent cover 3. We have Darius Leonard in here. We're going to try to blitz him off the edge, obviously, and just try to get there, get the ball out of his hands quick. If it actually works or not. Doesn't actually get there. It's okay, not a big deal. Hopefully we can get a pick. We are able to get a pick. There's 1 second left. We don't want to dance, so hopefully it just doesn't make us. And then just QB nil it or just run the ball. It doesn't really matter. And then the game will be done, and it will give us that 5-star when we load back. So right here, just go ahead and hike it. Boom. 0-0s. We know it's going to load up to that 5-star right now. Like I said, this is the last one. So you guys definitely got to let me know if this helped you guys out. If it did, drop a like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell. Drop a comment with any questions about any of them. I will be doing the next tier of them, the 20 as well. So as always, I will see you guys next time.